Hey Brooklyn Squad, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to Real Life Crimes and Real life drama, real life crimes. Today we are doing a reaction video on a young 5 years old little girl named Shaniya Davis. Okay, who is a victim of a horrible, horrible crime. I'm going to wait for a few minutes because I'm right on time. So I'm going to wait and see if anybody else wants to join us. But if not, we're going to move right in and they would just have to press the replay. But welcome to everybody for joining. I'm so grateful you guys can join. Thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me. And let me tell you something. These videos that I do, the families, and not only the families of the victims, but these videos go to other groups. You know what I mean? And they watch them and they just appreciate how sincere and how we get these cases out there and get these faces out there. Rather, if I'm doing the hey Kathy B, how are you, beautiful? Thank you for joining. Rather, if I'm doing reaction videos or I'm putting out missing people posters or I'm doing missing cases or I'm going back to my interviews, regardless of what I am doing, trust me, these videos are being watched by victims' families and other groups that does crimes as well. And I'm pretty sure they are appreciative because they have told me that. So they want to say thank you as well to my sub family Brooklyn Squad. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Katie girl. Katie, everyone joining. Please hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button. I do appreciate that so much because that would get the cases out there, get the faces out there, and hopefully whoever else does crime will say, you know what? I might want to do a story on this young girl as well. So we have Shaniya, who was 5 years old. I am going to do a reaction video of another content creator who did an amazing job on a documentary of little Shaniya. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I do a reaction video? Because I noticed some people like reaction videos that I do. So why don't I do that? And then we'll talk a little bit, watch it, and see what this is about. I have not watched the video. That's why it's called a reaction video, right? Very sad years old. Very sad, sad case. All cases on here is sad. 5 years old, Shaniya Davis. You see, I say her name right, right? Usually I don't say names correct. Was 5 years old when she went missing. Now, apparently, her mother sold her for $200. Okay. Now, allegedly, I guess her mother was using drugs or whatever. I don't know how the case went, but she owed a 200 out of debt and she gave her daughter up instead of the money and herself. You know what I'm saying? She sold her daughter. That breaks my heart. Um, when it comes to addiction, it really breaks my heart in general because I've dealt with that. I am in recovery and I know how that whole thing is played. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? So this is like really hitting home for me. Really big time. But selling your child, I can't judge nobody. But I could just never, 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 never. I'll sell my ass before I would sell my child. Okay? Straight like that. Um, I'm gonna wait and see because I know a few more people wanted to join. So I'm gonna wait and see if more people wanted to join. But it's really bad. It's really messed up, man. It's really bad. You know, if you would like to donate or of any way give to my channel, my Cash App and my PayPal is right up there. Is no pressure, of course. I appreciate any little thing counts. So if you would like to, whoever comes in later, and if you feel like you want to send a little donation or a little holiday gift or whatever, my Cash App and PayPal has always been up there, and I truly appreciate anything that you give. Truly, thank you. And those that cannot give, I appreciate you also for just being here with me, and hitting the thumbs up is important. And just rocking with your girl for this long. For real, I really do appreciate that so much. I'm gonna just go into the video. We might not. They can just press the replay of it. Um, so let's just get right into it.
This jury has given you what we as humans, the best we as humans can do to give you justice. Justice would be if I could reverse all of this, and I can't.
The jury has returned as its recommendation as to the defendant, Mario McNeil, that he be sentenced to death.
Your time is 43 months. And not heal or diminish this pain. I think about those last seconds when you was the last thing my daughter and I look at.
This is 5-year-old Shaniya Davis. Her mother sold her for $200 to a monster. What he did to her is simply shocking, and her mother's decision to send her off like this is just as chilling. Shaniya's story is tragic from beginning to end. It's hard to imagine a 5-year-old can go through this experience helpless, alone, and scared to death. Let's explore the horrific tale of Shaniya Davis and all the events that led up to her death. Shaniya Nicole Davis was born June 14, 2004 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. At first, she grew up with her loving parents, Bradley Lockhart and Antoinette Davis, and her brother Carl, who was 2 years older. But as her parents split up, the siblings went on to live with their dad. Antoinette had a rough patch financially, partially due to her substance addiction, and she didn't seem ready to raise two small kids. Nevertheless, she stayed close with little Shaniya. Shaniya loved both her parents very much. She was a happy-go-lucky girl who always smiled and loved pink and yellow. She was an energetic, outdoorsy type who loved riding her scooter and making friends wherever she went. Bradley loved Shaniya deeply, but he had a rough life too. He was married before Antoinette to a woman named Vicky Sue. When she was only 28, she was bound and
So here's a secret YouTube hack I learned to skyrocket
That was
your
weird.
YouTube growth using YouTube Shorts first. If you go
along with her sister and a friend.
Let's go back a
She
little.
was an energetic, outdoorsy type who loved riding her scooter and making friends.
Okay, that was strange, right? So I put her link in the description. That was really strange. You see how the devil just try to block what we're trying to give here. We're trying to give the information and trying to put this little girl's face out there still so nobody forgets it, right? And then it's like a clinch happened. But that little girl is so adorable, guys. So adorable. So it sounds like the mother did have a substance problem, allegedly. Okay. And the father was married once before. But what happened?
Wherever she went. Bradley loved Shaniya deeply, but he had a rough life too. He was married before Antoinette to a woman named Vicky Sue. When she was only 28, she was bound and along with her sister and a friend by a group of robbers who believed they had a huge amount of cash stashed in their house. The killers were caught and sentenced to life in prison. But imagine what that does to you as a person. Bradley had 3 children with Vicky Sue, but he didn't feel able to raise them, so they were raised by Vicky Sue's parents. Shaniya and Carl were the first children he raised on his own, but Shaniya wouldn't be in his care for long. In 2009, Shaniya was a kindergarten student at Morganton Road Elementary School. That year, Antoinette asked Brad to pass their daughter onto her. She was ready to be a mom. She now lived with her sister, Brenda Davis, and her boyfriend, Jeroy Smith, in their trailer home. It wasn't a luxurious situation. Brenda and Jeroy had kids themselves, and they would all sleep crammed in one room so that Antoinette could take the other bedroom. However, Brad said she had asked if she could be a mother, and I felt she was sincere in asking, and I figured to give her a chance. So,
okay. We gotta stop right there. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this because it is not. Okay, there we go. So he was married before, and his wife was pow by some robbers that thought that they had money. Thank God that his children were okay, because he had children by her. Obviously, they weren't harm or anything. This is a sick world out there, man. And now, oh my God, I just couldn't imagine now what he's going through with his daughter. Like, this is crazy. This poor man. So now he's raising his daughter, and the mother is an addict, but she feels like, I want to get my daughter back. I feel like I'm ready to raise Shaniya again. So I guess he was like, all right.
in September 2009, Shaniya and Carl went. In 2009, Shaniya was a kindergarten student at Morganton Road Elementary School. That year, Antoinette asked Brad to pass their daughter onto her. She was ready to be a mom. She now lived with her sister, Brenda Davis, and her boyfriend, Jeroy Smith, in their trailer home. It wasn't a luxurious situation. Brenda and Jeroy had kids themselves, and they would all sleep crammed in one room so that Antoinette could take the other bedroom. However, Brad said she had asked if she could be a mother, and I felt she was sincere in asking, and I figured to give her a chance. So in September 2009, Shaniya and Carl went on to live with Antoinette and her sister. But Brad's sister Carrie and his other friends all pointed to the same thing. Shaniya did not seem well under Antoinette's care. Brian even painted a more disturbing of Antoinette. Indeed, Brian is angry at Bradley for sending Shaniya to live with her mother in the first place. He had seen the bad signs when she would spend as little as a weekend with her mom. So why didn't he think of the risks? Call it reckless or wanting to see the good in people. Brad trusted his ex-wife. He wanted her to have the experience of being a mother and believed she had gotten her life on track. But just 2 months would pass, and Brad would regret his trusting nature for the rest of his life. It was November 10th, 2009, just before sunrise.
So he saw the flags already. Even on the weekends when she was going to see the baby. It just seems like something wasn't right. Hey, we are Cody's voice. Good evening, beautiful. Good evening, beautiful. So they're saying, why did he allow her back to be a mother? Is it because he was, you know what? They're saying because maybe he wanted to see the good in her. I'm saying maybe it's allegedly, maybe he was overwhelmed, or maybe he wanted to see the good in her. But if you saw the signs already, what was the signs though? That's another thing. Was the signs in the little girl? Because they were saying that there's something that every weekend, like seems like the little girl wasn't right. The little girl must have been unhappy. We don't know. I'm going to look more into this, but let's continue. Hey, beautiful.
their Sleepy Hollow trailer home, Brenda and Jeroy woke up to what someone even painted a more disturbing of Antoinette. Indeed, Ryan is angry at Bradley for sending Shaniya to live with her mother in the first place. He had seen the bad signs when she would spend as little as a weekend with her mom. So why didn't he think of the risks? Call it reckless or wanting to see the good in people, Brad trusted his ex-wife. He wanted her to have the experience of being a mother and believed she had gotten her life on track. But just 2 months would pass, and Brad would regret his trusting nature for the rest of his life.
I bet you
it was November 10th, 2009, just before sunrise. In their Sleepy Hollow trailer home, Brenda and Jeroy woke up to what sounded like someone trying to break into their home. The sound then stopped, and they went back to bed. But just a half hour later,
Piles of paperwork and no
You know they
time
gotta
for
do their
strategic
commercials now to
HR?
make their
Let
money,
Bob
baby.
clear up your to-do list. Say hi to Bob.
Antoinette burst into their room, close to tears, and believed she had gotten her life on track. But just 2 months would pass, and Brad would regret his trusting nature for the rest of his life. It was November 10th, 2009, just before sunrise. In their Sleepy Hollow trailer home, Brenda and Jeroy woke up to what sounded like someone trying to break into their home. The sound then stopped, and they went back to bed. But just a half hour later, Antoinette burst into their room, close to tears. "Have you seen Shaniya?" she asked. Brenda and Jeroy jumped out of bed. This was a serious situation. A 5-year-old girl was missing. Had she been
Out of a
taken by
trailer
whoever
home.
had come into the house half an hour earlier? Or was that sound Shaniya opening the door and leaving on her own? Brenda, Jeroy, and Antoinette dressed up to go outside and look around. But before they left, 7-year-old Carl added something crucial. He'd seen someone else in the home shortly beforehand. When Brenda heard this, she knew Shaniya had been kidnapped. So she urged her sister to call 911. Shockingly, Antoinette was hesitant. Why wouldn't a mother call the police first thing when her small child is missing? Antoinette wanted.
Now that's a red flag right there. Yes, that is a red flag right there. Now remember, they have other kids in the trailer home. Okay? So the little boy said, "I seen somebody earlier." Now, why would they think a 5 years old just gonna walk out on her own? I know kids walk out, but come on now, she's 5 years old. Okay. It is very ain't that something? We Cody's voice. Cause they have other kids. So you know, kids are nosy too. When you think they sleeping, they ain't sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So the little boy's like, "Well, I saw somebody in the house earlier." And that's what that door slam was. Interesting. Why is she hesitant to call the police? That's the first thing I'm going to do is call 911. I ain't calling my sister, nobody. I'm calling 911.
House half an hour earlier? Or was that sound Shaniya opening the door and leaving on her own? Brenda, Jeroy, and Antoinette dressed up to go outside and look around. But before they left, 7-year-old Carl added something crucial. He'd seen someone else in the home shortly beforehand. When Brenda heard this, she knew Shaniya had been kidnapped. So she urged her sister to call 911. Shockingly, Antoinette was hesitant. Why wouldn't a mother call the police first thing when her small child is missing? Antoinette wanted to ask around and look for herself before going through with the call, almost as if she believed she would bother the emergency services in vain. While Antoinette went outside and knocked on all the Sleepy Hollow trailer home doors, her sister and her boyfriend stayed indoors and spoke with Carl. When they asked him who he'd seen earlier that night, he said Mono. Mono was the nickname of a man called Mario McNeil. He used to date Brenda for a while, and according to some sources, he gave her the money necessary for the rent deposit to move into the trailer home. Whichever the case, Mario and Brenda had called it quits. And now, Mario lived with the mother of his 18-month-old baby, April, a Turi. But Mario wasn't a family man, not by a long shot. He partook in coke, booze, and cheating on April with every woman in Fayetteville. A few days after Shaniya's disappearance, he would literally tell the police that on the night between November 9th and 10th, he texted all the females in his phone. He would tell them many more things, but for now, back to our story. Brenda and Jeroy asked Carl several times if he was sure he'd seen Mono in their home that night, and he said yeah. So
recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
Brenda called Mono, but
so if you're just coming in, what I'm doing is a reaction video of Shaniya Davis. Shaniya Davis is a 5-year-old little girl who was sold by her mother to a demon monster. So I'm doing a reaction video of a documentary. I like to do this sometimes. I love reaction videos, you know what I mean? And I decided to start doing that on this channel sometimes. You know, besides the other crime stuff and missing person stuff that I do, I like to also sometimes do reaction videos as well, Cody, with Cody's voice. Just in case you was wondering, like, wait a minute, sometimes she does this and then she does, you know. Yeah. I know I do the missing persons stuff, but I also started doing reaction videos on documentaries. And thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much. You like these two? Yeah, me too, girl. I love these. It's very sad though. It's very sad. Very, very sad.
he didn't answer. Then Jeroy called April, and she said Mono was not with her. Something was amiss. Meanwhile, Antoinette returned from her mother of his 18-month-old baby, April, a Turi. But Mario wasn't a family man, not by a long shot. He partook in booze, and cheating on April with every woman in Fayetteville. A few days after Shaniya's delete, tell the police that on the night between November 9th and 10th, he texted all the females in his phone. He would tell them many more things, but for now, back to our story. Brenda and Jeroy asked Carl several times if he was sure he'd seen Mono in their home that night, and he said yeah. So Brenda called Mono, but he didn't answer. Then Jeroy called April, and she said Mono was not with her. Something was amiss. Meanwhile, Antoinette returned from her walk through Sleepy Hollow. She said she knocked on everyone's door, but no one seemed to have seen Shaniya. Again, Brenda insisted that her sister call the police. While Antoinette promised to do so, Brenda and Jeroy went outside, only to notice there was feces on the railings.
Okay, ma'am, how can I help you?
I woke up this morning and my daughter was not in the house. I don't know if she walked out. I don't know what's going on, but she's not here.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5.
5? And your door was not unlocked. That's what you're telling me?
No, it was not unlocked, but I'm telling you, she knows how to unlock it. I'm hoping that she didn't unlock it and walk out.
This was happening at 6:52 a.m. By now, Mono was long gone with Shaniya. Shortly after 6 a.m. that morning, Mono...
Okay, hold on. They said there was feces on the railing? What railing, first of all? But when they say that, I'm thinking the little girl was so scared out of her mind, she accidentally poopy on herself. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe she was so scared. You know how you get so scared, it comes out? This is very sad. Oh my God, wow. Woo. If you guys want to check out her channel, I put her channel in the comments down below, the link, so you guys could check it out. I do that to anybody that I'm doing a reaction video of. I always give them a shout out and let my subs know who they are in case they want to check their channel out.
checked into the Comfort Inn Suites in San
Okay, ma'am. How can I help you?
I woke up this morning and my daughter was
She's
not in the
now
house. I don't
calling
know if she
911.
walked out.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what's going on, but she's not here.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5.
5. And your door was not unlocked. That's what you're telling me?
No, it was not unlocked, but I'm telling you, she knows how to unlock it. I'm hoping that she didn't unlock it and walk out.
This was happening at 6:52 a.m. By now, Mono was long gone with Shaniya. Shortly after 6 a.m. that morning, Mono checked into the Comfort Inn Suites in Sanford, an hour north of Fayetteville. He used his own name and checked in on his own. However, he mentioned to the desk clerk that he was traveling with his daughter to take her up to her mom in Virginia. After checking in at 7:16 a.m., Mario returned to his car in the back of the parking lot. Then, he returned to his hotel room carrying a girl covered in a blanket. After leaving Shaniya in his room, Mono returned downstairs and went to the breakfast room, where he got a banana, a muffin, and some juice. At this point, there was an Amber Alert issued for Shaniya.
no.
Police and search dogs were scouring Fayetteville, and people all over North Carolina were on the lookout. Such was Jacqueline Lee, the desk clerk Mono had spoken to. When he saw him walking into the hotel with Shaniya, she thought she resembled the kid in the Amber Alert. Her shift was ending though, so when her colleague came in, she told her to keep an eye on Mono and the girl. Back in Sleepy Hollow, detectives were interviewing Shaniya's family, one by one. Officer Elizabeth Culver was the first to knock on the trailer home's door, where Antoinette, Brenda, Jeroy, and the kids were at. She also observed the nasty substance on the railings, but Antoinette had poured hot water on them in an attempt to clean it. The police also found a comforting blanket in a trash nearby. Jeroy said the blanket had been in the living room of their trailer recently. The blanket also had feces on it. When the police interviewed the family, they noticed they were all agitated in different ways. 7-year-old Carl wouldn't answer a question without looking at his aunt for approval first. He said he remembered his little sister coming to bed on November 9th, but he didn't remember her leaving the bedroom. However, he'd seen Mono inside the trailer park. But when the officers wanted to corroborate this story with Antoinette and Brenda, they hit a dead end. They were both looking.
Okay, this is a lot going. Okay, hold on. I got it. Okay, hold on. So the mother, this is way back. Woo! This is a lot. This is a lot. First of all, let's just go back where the girl from the front desk. If I was her, I would have called the police. Okay? Because even though she felt it might have been them, you know, when you get that instant in your gut, like, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I? Girl, that means yes. She should have called the police. Keep an eye on him. Because if anything, what you gonna do? Wrestle him down? I mean, come on now. Your shift ended. You gonna tell the other girl, keep an eye on him? What if anything happened? Is she supposed to wrestle him down or something? No, call 911. If you get that instant, you call the cops. Second thing, the mother starts cleaning up stuff. She's cleaning up evidence now. Yes. Yes, y'all. Y'all see that? Ooh, child. The heifer is cleaning up evidence. The poop, that trailer must have been disgusting. We already hear that it's poop over here, poop over there. Now she's cleaning up stuff. Red flag again. Right, Cody, for the voice, and Katie and y'all? Katie, we got Katie up in here. We got Cody for the voice. Kathy B. Y'all, that is a red flag. She was cleaning up the evidence. Why is there poop everywhere? That is very alarming. God knows what they did to this poor baby. Because the fear. Now we go into the police station where they questioning the little boy. He looked confused and scared. He got to look at the aunt now. Because that's a signal. Should I talk? What should I say? I'm so scared. Now, why is the aunt acting like that? Is she down with it? The aunt knows something. Allegedly, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. This is my first time seeing this video. Yeah, it's definitely a red flag, right? Oh, God. This is crazy, y'all. Let's go back a little bit.
She thought she resembled the kid in the Amber Alert. Her shift was ending though, so when her colleague came in, she told her to keep an eye on Mono and the girl. Back in Sleepy Hollow, detectives were interviewing Shaniya's family one by one. Officer Elizabeth Culver was the first to knock on the trailer home's door, where Antoinette, Brenda, Jeroy, and the kids were at. She also observed the nasty substance on the railings, but Antoinette had poured hot water on them in an attempt to clean it. The police also found a comforting blanket in a trash nearby. Jeroy said the blanket had been in the living room of their trailer recently. The blanket also had feces on it. When the police interviewed the family, they noticed they were all agitated in different ways. 7-year-old Carl wouldn't answer a question without looking at his aunt for approval first. He said he remembered his little sister coming to bed on November 9th, but he didn't remember her leaving the bedroom. However, he'd seen Mono inside the trailer park. But when the officers wanted to corroborate this story with Antoinette and Brenda, they hit a dead end. They were both looking at their phones and texting all the time, almost ignoring the cops in the room. So Elizabeth Culver decided to bring them to the police station for an official interview. As Antoinette and Brenda were being driven down, Elizabeth and her partner Daniel looked at the CCTV footage around their trailer home. But it was the CCTV footage at the Comfort Inn Hotel that would reveal the most. At 7:34 a.m., Mono left room 201, carrying Shaniya on his shoulder as he went into the elevator.
Look how
he was
scared
still
that
holding her
baby
this
looked.
way as he left the hotel and walked down the
She
sidewalk. When he exited the hotel,
Oh my
Matthew
God.
Argyle, the maintenance worker, noticed him and the girl, who seemed to be in a deep sleep. He said, "Hello?" trying to get Mono's attention, but he just looked back at Matthew and said nothing. Matthew thought Mono was creepy, so he followed him subtly to the parking lot. Mono put Shaniya in the rear right passenger side of his car. Then he got into the driver's seat and lit up a cigarette. After he finished his cigarette, Mono drove to the front entrance of the hotel, where he entered on his own. He approached the new desk clerk, Regina, and asked her for a security deposit. He said he was going to drive her daughter to her mom in Virginia, as she'd told Jacqueline earlier. Regina handed him a receipt and off he went. Shortly after, a housekeeper came down to the reception to hand Regina something. She'd just cleaned room 201, and she found 2 small clear open plastic packets with white powder residue inside, possibly bags. When Regina saw the Amber Alert too, she called the police. Around 8 a.m., Mono was driving down a highway when he texted Brenda, "Hey." It was in reply to her own "hey" some hours ago when they were trying to get a hold of him. But by now, Brenda was being interrogated at the police station, and Mono's phone was being tracked. So Brenda wrote back to Mono, but their conversation was supervised. Brenda, "You been to my house?" Mono, "No, why?" Brenda, "You lying." Mono, "No. Can I come though?" Brenda, "Hell no." Mono, "Damn, it's like that? Him there?" Brenda, "Don't text me no mo." Mono, "Sure, whatever. Who your baby dad call my baby, my asking for me. What the hell is going on?" It's funny. Mono was calling Brenda out for reaching out to April and asking about his whereabouts. Well, it's not really funny, because he had Shaniya's dead body in his car. When the police made their way to the Comfort...
Oh, Lord. You know, I know that people have addictions, and she had a drug addiction. But how could you? How could you do this to your baby? It was a $200 debt, Cody voiced. She owed the motherfucker $200. Why she didn't sell her ass to him? Yeah, unalive baby. Yup. Yup. But I had to keep stopping and talking, so that's why I keep doing that, because it's a reaction video, because of YouTube guidelines. So that's why I do that. So yeah, $200 debt. I could never. She should have sold her own behind. I mean, I've been in recovery for what, years? What, 5, 6 years now? So I know how addiction plays out. I know that. You know what I mean? And I get the part how the cravings and the mind playing and the unmanageability. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get all that. But how could you sell that little girl? Why that I would never get. I just can't. I just can't. Can't. Hold on, y'all.
Brenda was being interrogated at the police station, and Mono's phone was being tracked. So Brenda wrote back to Mono, but their conversation was supervised. Brenda, you been to my house? Mono,
And they
no, why?
playing
Brenda,
games
you
there.
lying. Mono, no. Can I come though? Brenda,
But they
hell
don't know
no.
the cops.
Mono, damn, it's like that.
It's tapping their
There,
phone.
Brenda, don't text me no more. Mono, sure, whatever.
You know
Who
what
your
I mean?
baby dad call my baby, my asking for me. What the hell is going on? It's funny. Mono was calling Brenda out for reaching out to April and asking about his whereabouts. Well, it's not really funny because he had Shaniya's dead body in his car. When the police made their way to the Comfort Inn after Regina called the Amber Alert hotline, room 201 had been partially cleaned. The trash had been taken out and the towels had been removed, but the bedding had not been changed yet. Other detectives analyzed the hotel's CCTV footage and concluded Mono was with Shaniya. FBI agent Frank Brostrom was in charge of analyzing Mono's phone records. In the late afternoon of November 10th, Frank arrived at Sleepy Hollow together with the local police. By the end of the day, they had tracked Mono and Shaniya to the Highway 87 area between Spring Lake and Sanford. Also by the end of the day, Brenda had finally told the cops Carl had seen Mono at the trailer house the night before. Brenda also said she saw Mono trying to talk to Antoinette shortly before the incident. Antoinette's response to the police, I don't have shit to say to you. I just want to know where my mother effing baby's at. On November 12th, Mono was found and arrested. His car was taken in as evidence and thoroughly analyzed by a forensics team. Shaniya had been missing for over 2 days now, but detectives were still hopeful she was alive. Mono was interviewed, but told he was free to go if he wanted to. He wasn't cuffed and his phone wasn't taken away. In fact, he was allowed to use it during interview breaks. It was during this interview that he said he was the cheating type. This is how he justified that he was out on the streets on the night between November 9th and November 10th. However, he denied visiting Brenda's trailer home that night and denied knowing who Shaniya was.
What?
Excuse me? He dated Brenda. He was at her home several times.
Right.
He knew Antoinette's kids all too well. He denied knowing Shaniya, taking her, driving her, and even visiting the Comfort Inn hotel. When the cops showed him a photo of him at the hotel, he still denied it. When they showed him the hotel records of a Mario McNeil checking in on the morning of November 10th, Mono said maybe he'd lost his ID and someone else checked in with it. However, 54 minutes later, he admitted he was there with Shaniya. That night, he said he received a text message from Brenda's phone to come to Sleepy Hollow and pick Shaniya up on the porch. He did as he was told, then drove her to the hotel where he took white powder. Then Mono said he got a call from an unknown person instructing him to take Shaniya to a dry cleaning establishment at the corner of Country Club Drive and Ramsey Street. He said he delivered Shaniya to a group of people driving a gray Nissan Maxima.
So he took white powder. So he gave, okay, when they said $200, she sold him for $200. No. She didn't owe him $200. It's okay about your spelling, girl, because I spell like a second grader. They would tell you in here, I spell like a second grader. I can't say names right. So, girl, you good over here. Trust me, that's one place you're gonna be good at is Brooklyn Squad. We don't judge over here at all. But let me tell you something. Remember when I said she owed him $200, so why she didn't sell her ass? Oh no. He gave her $200 worth of drugs for Shaniya. So she gave her freaking baby so she can get some freaking drugs. Unbelievable. Right, Kathy B? So sad. So that's what it is. Correct, right, Katie? Okay. Okay. So I had it messed up the last time. Okay. Incorrect for me the last time. I was thinking that she owed him $200. So she gave him Shaniya. No, she wanted drugs. But even though, why she didn't sell her own ass? Why you didn't trick with him? I guess he didn't want Shania. He didn't want to trick with her. That's what it was, probably. The monster wanted Shaniya. This is insane.
From Brenda's phone to come to Sleepy Hollow and pick Shaniya up on the porch. He did as he was told, then drove her to the hotel where he took white powder. Then Mono said he got a call from an unknown person instructing him to take Shaniya to a dry cleaning establishment at the corner of Country Club Drive and Ramsey Street. He said he delivered Shaniya to a group of people driving a gray Nissan Maxima. Then Mono said he was waiting for a call to come and kill her. FBI agent Frank Brostrom asked him to expand on that, but he would not. But Brenda hadn't texted Mono to pick Shaniya up. And
Wix is your platform to perform on.
no unknown people had messaged or called him either. At the end of the interview, Mono was arrested and charged with the murder of Shaniya Davis. When it came to Antoinette, the interviews were filled with even more lies. First, she blamed her exes, her friends, and all those around her for everything that had gone wrong in her life. She was distracted and tried to distract the police officers from the actual question. What happened to Shaniya? Then she went quiet. As the cops confronted her with more and more evidence, she kept saying, "I don't have shit to say to you," as if they knew where Shaniya was but didn't want to tell her. It was the other way around. Only she could shed some light. But these detectives were well versed in homicide investigations, so they knew when and where to apply pressure and how to get Antoinette to confess. Finally, she revealed her daughter had never been kidnapped. She her out to Mono for a meek $200. She said, "I gave her to him to cover $200. He was only supposed to have sex." Initial reports claimed that Antoinette owed Mono money for drugs through Cumberland County District Attorney Bill West later stated that this was not true. He said Mono had lent Antoinette $200 to buy food and pay for a hotel room when she and her children found themselves homeless. In either case, Antoinette didn't have the money to pay Mono back. The intoxicated man told her he either wanted money or sex, and that's when Antoinette offered him Shaniya.
Oh, so I was correct in the beginning. Okay, I was right in the beginning. She owed him money. No, Katie, she owed him money. This is crazy. Either or, the bitch was wrong. She was dirty wrong. He said he wanted SCX or money because he gave her money to be in. Remember in the beginning, they said he paid for her to be in that trailer home. That they were dating. They used to date. And then they broke up and he started dating some other girl. But he was always a player anyway. Either way, the behavior is exactly. Either way, it was fucked up, right? But remember, in the beginning, he said that they was dating, and he gave her money to get that trailer home. So I guess when they broke up, he said, "Bitch, give my money back. I want my money back." So she didn't have no money. How's she gonna give him the money back? So he said, "Well, either give me the SCX or give me the money." So instead of her giving her body and saying, "You know what, I'll do a favor and I'll trick with you," she gonna give her freaking child? Come on, man. talking about it was only supposed to have SCX with Shemaya. What? He wasn't supposed to unalive her. Oh my God, man. Oh.
Owed Mono money for drugs through Cumberland County District Attorney
Man,
Bill
this is
West
crazy.
later stated that this was not true. He said Mono had lent Antoinette $200 to buy food and pay for a hotel room when she and her children found themselves homeless. In either case, Antoinette didn't have the money to pay Mono back. The intoxicated man told her he either wanted money or sex. And that's when Antoinette offered him Shaniya. She was 5 years old. Antoinette claimed that she tried to stop Mono from taking her daughter that night, but Billy West doesn't believe her. Remember the feces found on the blanket and on the railings? According to him, this is proof Shaniya was hurt at her home. I don't even know what to say about this, you guys. It is sickening that anyone would do this to a small child, but to think a mother could sell off her daughter this way, knowing what would happen, is unspeakable. He was only supposed to have sex, as if that would have been a fair debt settlement. Exactly. How would have Shaniya lived with this experience, knowing her mother let her be violated to get out of paying $200?
You fucking monster. Fucking monster, man. For $200. I knew that feces was something, man, because it's just, So, and the cops said, she was hurt at that home. It started in that house. And then he brought her to the hotel, and God knows what he did over there. You saw how on the camera she was scared. The little girl was like that when she was in his arm. Oh my God, I just can't. Let me finish this video because I'm getting so upset right now. I'm just like, oh. We are streaming on YouTube and both my Facebook channels, Facebook Live, my Facebook group also, and my other Facebook channel. Please share this video. Please share this video. Poor baby. Poor baby.
Antoinette Davis was charged with human her home. I don't even know what to say about this, you guys. It is sickening that anyone would do this to a small child, but to think a mother could sell off her daughter this way, knowing what would happen, is unspeakable. He was only supposed to have sex, as if that would have been a fair debt settlement. How would have Shaniya lived with this experience, knowing her mother let her be violated to get out of paying $200? Antoinette Davis was charged with human trafficking, conspiracy, kidnapping, sexual servitude, taking indecent liberties with a minor, and second-degree murder. On November 15th, one of the investigators handling this case called Alan Rogers, Mono's attorney. The police had received some vague tips about finding Shaniya's body from Rogers, but this was a sort of telephone game. As Mono's attorney, Rogers wasn't supposed to help the police convict his client, so he gave the DA some tips, and the DA told the police about this. Now the investigator wanted Rogers to speak up. Shaniya's body had to be found. After multiple back and forth phone calls, Rogers pointed the police to the spot in the woods they should be looking at. A big search team scoured the area for 2 days straight. At around 1 p.m. on November 16th, a week after Shaniya's disappearance, her body was found under a log by an officer and his search dog.
Found her? Right here. All right, I'll call him. Call command and tell him. Look up the area. We got a tip. Somebody in the parking lot said that they had heard on the news or something that the guy admitted to killing the young child and dumping her where there was deer carcasses and trash.
She was simply dumped in a shedded area near the intersection of Highway 87 and Walker Road. Mono hadn't even gone through the trouble of digging a hole. She was partially naked, and around her were indeed deer carcasses and trash.
I don't even know. I'm a little overwhelmed right now, so it's a lot. I'm just, I'm glad we were able to help.
Mario McNeil was charged with first-degree murder. His reaction?
Now, according to the Fayetteville Observer, McNeil says his lawyer should not have told police where to find the girl. Great content needs a great audience, like a purple dinosaur needs a hug. Can I have a hug?
Girl saying it hurt his case.
Mono showed no remorse and
Shout out to his lawyer. Thank you, We Are Cody's voice. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Shout out to the lawyer. The lawyer is the one that ratted on his client. Okay? The lawyer ratted on his client. And he talking about it hurt his case. You demon ass motherfucker. I wish all lawyers was, like that. But I know they got to defend their client. But this lawyer knew it was wrong. It was wrong. And his lawyer told. Yes, girl. His lawyer told. You remember this now? Oh, shit.
Fayetteville Observer McNeil says his lawyer should not have told police where to find the girl, saying it hurt his case.
Mono showed no remorse and said no apology for doing the absolute worst to Shaniya. He loved being the center of attention. He continued to smirk and grimace at the cameras whenever they would film him in court. The Fayetteville police also found explicit images of a young girl on Mono's phone. He was the absolute worst. Yet, he fought tooth and nail to get a light punishment. He filed pretrial motions to avoid the prosecution from seeking the death penalty. He used the North Carolina Racial Justice Act. Yeah, right. Like that has anything to do with beating and killing a child. He recanted all statements made to officers and faked agreements between him and the prosecution, but none of his motions were accepted. His trial was truly chilling for all those who knew and loved Shaniya. These poor people had to listen to accounts of gruesome SA and murder. When Mono was done with Shaniya, he simply choked her and then carried her limp body through the hotel as if she was simply asleep. The calm way he presented her as his daughter to the desk clerks and the way he simply ignored the maintenance man as he carried a child's body inches away from him is hard to fathom. But imagine you're Shaniya's dad listening to all this.
I forgot about the father.
I can never get Shaniya back. You have taken that from him. The time is 43 months. Has not healed or diminished his pain. I think about those last seconds. And you was the last thing my daughter got to look at.
Did Shaniya know her own mother picked her out and facilitated her death? If she did, it's the worst possible death I can imagine.
Been a mocker at this court, laughing and joking like this is a joke. Shaniya wasn't a joke, but her legacy is going to live on. You didn't win. I could be angry and hateful towards you. It's not going to fix this problem. You didn't win. Shaniya won because she's still going to be speaking out, protecting people against people like you. Other little kids.
Exactly. Brad and the rest of Shaniya's family would go on to raise awareness around her case and try to encourage other families to protect their children from kidnapping and neglective parents. Mario McNeil was charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, SA of a young child, and a dozen other charges. The verdict was simple.
The jury has returned as its recommendation as to the defendant, Mario McNeil, that he be sentenced to death.
And the judge, he delivered one of the most heartfelt conclusions I've ever heard.
You did not have to kill that child. Take him out of here now. I apologize for referring to Shaniya as the victim, for talking about Shaniya's body. I apologize for you having to go through any of this.
Indeed, he didn't waste too much time speaking to Mono. There was nothing he could do to change him. He was evil, plain and simple. Instead, he addressed Brad and the rest of the family, knowing they needed all the comfort and closure they could get.
I can't give you justice. This jury has given you what we as humans the best we as humans can do to give you justice. Justice would be if I could reverse all of this, and I can't. I said a prayer for you every night of this trial, and I will continue to do so.
There was one
He
last
was,
chapter
right,
left
Peggy?
to close this case.
Yeah,
At the
yeah,
time of the
yes.
arrest,
Yeah,
Antoinette
sure.
was pregnant. Yep, you heard that right. When she gave birth to the child, it was taken from her and put into foster care. She faced a long list of charges, but
Okay, let's just go back a little bit. They gave him the death penalty. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. So he can suffer for a long time, because you don't just get to die in jail. Like, you get, before you get on that electric chair, you be in there for years. So he gonna suffer. Now this witch right here, she was pregnant, y'all. They said this bitch was pregnant. I wonder from who. But they took the baby away. But let's continue. Thank y'all for sharing this video. Thank you. This was so emotional, I'm sure, to all of us, because we all got kids. God.
Antoinette was pregnant. Yep, you heard that right. When she gave birth to the child, it was taken from her and put into foster care. She faced a long list of charges, but entered Alfred pleas. Not pleas.
What if you could make a couple extra $1,000 a month using one little app on your phone?
Pleading guilty, but admitting that the state has adequate evidence to convict her to second-degree murder, human trafficking, conspiracy, kidnapping, sexual offense, sexual servitude, and taking indecent liberties with a minor. At the end of her sentencing, she said,
I did the best I could.
What?
With my children.
Gosh.
I never said I was a perfect mother, but I was a good mother. I did what I had to provide for them. I did what I had to make sure they was all right, because I didn't have any help from anybody.
You sold your 5-year-old daughter as a sex slave. No, you were not a good mother, Antoinette. And yes, you did have help from a lot of people, and they were all better caretakers than you. Judge Jim Ammons told her,
You could have saved your daughter's life, and you did not. You had the time, the opportunity, and the means to save Shaniya's life, and you did not.
Yep.
You are not a good mother.
That's right.
This did not have to happen. Take her away, please.
a good mother is making a few mistakes, but good intentions. A good mother is caring for her child no matter what and doing her best to provide care, attention, and nurture. Antoinette might be one of the worst mothers out there. In July 2011, she was sentenced to 17 years in prison. She will also have to register as a sex offender once she is released. But as Mono's judge said, there is little justice in convicting these two people. It's good they're off the streets, but imagine the pain Brad, little Carl, and the rest of Shaniya's family have to live with. Brad was seen crying and borderline collapsing at the court hearings and candlelit vigils for his daughter.
God, I come to you with open arms, and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Bradley Lockhart could hardly speak, his legs shaking. He was held up by friends and by a crowd of hundreds around him.
Don't give up on me and don't give up on Shaniya. She right there with you.
People flooded a shopping center parking lot on Morganton Road, lighting candles in remembrance of 5-year-old Shaniya Davis.
Just bless her and bless those who did not know no better.
She was laid to rest at Fayetteville Memorial Cemetery with the inscription, "God's Angel Called Home." In a tragic twist, Shaniya's half-brother, Chavez Lockhart, was to death on May 25th, 2017. He was 20 years old and buried next to his little sister.
A family dealing with the unthinkable for a second time, the loss of a child.
8 years after the body of 5-year-old Shaniya Davis was found in Sanford, her older half-brother was shot and killed.
Chavez was killed at 9:30 p.m. at a different trailer park home. While inside his car, 2 teen boys were arrested for his murder. According to Sheriff Hubert Petterkin, drugs may have been involved in the murder motive. This is simply shocking. Remember, Chavez's mother, Vicky Sue, had also been killed along with her sister in a home robbery? It's hard to imagine how this family lives with this amount of tragedy. In an interview with Oprah, Brad was asked if he would ever speak to Antoinette again. He said, "I just think it's best that we let the justice system take its course. I tried to keep my heart as pure as possible, and I'm sure that one day I will be able to sit down and talk with her and try to understand what was going through her mind." Brad seems very wise considering what he went through.
Yes.
He's hoping that Shaniya's awful death will help keep other children safe through awareness and togetherness. Indeed, let us hope that horrible cases like these do have a silver lining. Without it, all of this suffering is in vain. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this was a lot. Okay, let's talk about it for a minute. You're crying? Aw. Yeah, this was a lot. This is my first time seeing that. It was a reaction video, so I don't watch none of the videos. I watch it all with you guys. Thank you for those that shared my video. Thank you so much. I'm gonna share this on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and a whole bunch of other Facebook stuff that I got. But in different groups also. I'll be sharing it everywhere, girls. This was a lot. 17 years. What do y'all feel about that? 17 years, that's it? To me, that was a slap in the face. I think that she deserves way more. She should have got life. If they can't do death penalty for her because, well, she should have got life. She sold her child. Okay? She sold her child. And she got 17 years. I don't know how that works, if that's the least that they could have gave her for the actions that she did. I'm going to look that up for sure. Considering how many deaths were in their family, it makes me wonder if it is a group going after the family for some reason. I don't know. Let's think on my head. Well, the first, I don't know. The first one was a robbery. They thought that she had money. And then the second one, I want to look into the second one a little bit more about the son. Who was like, I wonder if that was connected though, Katie. You know what I'm saying? Why would they just off the boy? He was sitting in his car by the trailer. I want to find out more about that. Yeah, I want to find out more about that. That's strange, right? But look at how much they're going through this father. He already lost his wife in the beginning, and he has kids by her. And then he gets married again to a drug addict who's unstable. He knew the signs, and he still gave the daughter to the mother, though. And now that's going to kick him in his behind for the rest of his life. That's going to kick him in his behind for the rest of his life. Because remember, they said he saw the signs. 2 guys attached to him and took him out. Just makes you wonder. Oh, 2 guys attacked him and took him out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of weird. Like, why? Did he know them? Did he have some kind of conflict? Did he have some type of beef with them? Did he owe them money? Like, I want to look into that. Yeah. To see if that has anything to do with his mother being murdered, being unalive, allegedly. YouTube guidelines. You gotta watch what you say on here and everything. Very, very strange. Very strange. And his mother was taken out because of a robbery. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But he has other children, and now he's going to be super overprotective. Super overprotective. But little Shaniya was 5 years old, and she would never get the chance to go to high school. Well, let's start from elementary, high school, college, have a boyfriend, graduate, have her own kids. She'll never get that chance because her mother decided to sell her and say, you can only have SCX with her, but return her back later when you're done. And that will cover the money that I owe you. Unbelievable. Don't KILL her, just SCX her. And I find that a bunch of bull crap also, because I truly believe he SCX'd her in that home. That's why she had poopy everywhere, because he already took advantage of her in the house. She would never get to experience that life. Exactly, Katie. So why take her out of the house to the hotel if you already got what you wanted in that house from her? Sad to say that, you know what I'm saying? But you already sold her. So whatever happened, happened in the house. And there was poopy everywhere. So why take her out the house now? I truly believe that the mother had planned on unaliving that little girl too. She was too much trouble. She was not ready to be a parent, and the little girl was in the way. That mother wanted to live her addiction by herself. And soon she probably would have got rid of the other kids too. But Anaya, for some reason, came with jealousy. I think she was jealous of Shania. She could have been jealous of Shania. She's very psychotic, that mother. Very much so. Very much. Because it seems like the other kids, now remember, she had other children. Why you treat Shania like this? Remember, there were signs when Shania would go visit her mother. When she would come back to her dad, there were different signs there. So it sounds like she was already treating Shania a different way. Maybe Shania was the outcast from the other kids. Why? Exactly, Katie. Exactly. Why? Oh, yeah, that right there. That right there. Why remove her when what was done was already done? They were already caught. Exactly. Exactly. By the little boy. Right. Because I'm saying, like, God forgive us, right? But the truth is the truth, right? She sold her already. It was done already. So why take her out the house? Why remove her? You know what I'm saying? They were caught. The little boy saw it. He seen it. That's why when he went to the police station, it started to be a little bit of differentness with him. He started acting different. He started looking to the aunt, and you know what? The aunt knew too, and I would have charged her ass too. I think she knew something, the aunt. Right. She didn't want she didn't want to be no mother. They were pound off and weapons for her fix. Exactly. Yeah. Why do they single out just one child? Right. God forgive us, but it's true. Why Sanaya? She had other children. We're not saying sell the other children to him, but it just makes you wonder, like, because she had been jealous of Sanaya. Shania is a beautiful little girl. She could have been daddy's little girl. Remember, daddy had her first. She was living with daddy first. She might have been a little spoiled, you know. She might have been a little spoiled too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also, we are Cody's Voice. Put your link down in the comments so they can subscribe to your channel and follow you on your platform. Anytime you come to my live, please do that. Because I want everybody, and I know it don't be a lot of people on here. I don't know why. I'm going to be honest, because it's not a messy channel. That's why. People like messy and gossip and this and that, and they got to go to my other channel for that. But I want them to follow your platform. So anytime you come here, you could put all your information in my link so they can follow you. You know, it's crazy how I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. With some of these people out here that they don't support certain channels. You know what I mean? I just don't get that. Are you subscribed to her? Aw, awesome. Oh, my tummy is growling, y'all. Awesome. It's crazy how, you know, as much crime as we put out, as much work we do, as much stuff that we do, and many faces we put out, people like messiness and drama rather than positivity and uplifting channels. Yeah. Yep. So true. And you know, I got the other channel for the messiness and stuff. That's why I got the celebrity news, celebrity gossip shit. You know, I'm trying to build that platform too, but you know, I always got to come back to this because this right here is my baby platform. I love this platform. You know, I built the other platform too because, you know, in case we want to get a little celebrity gossip, messiness stuff, because I like that too. But right here, this is my baby right here. Yes, on here we family and we all come together as one. Yes, we do, Katie. We do. We don't judge over here. We support each other. I had a few other ones over here, but they, you know, they went about their business. People will come and people will go. God will put people in your life for a reason and for a season. And I'm truly, truly, truly grateful for that. And I feel the weight lifted from that. And that's such a good feeling. You know, it's such a good feeling because God will put new angels in your life. You know what I mean? and you get to see other people's content and how amazing they do at their work and how much effort they put in. Like, we are Cody's voice. She has been doing Cody from the beginning. From the beginning. And has not stopped. You gotta go check out the Christmas platform she did for him. I posted it mostly everywhere. It's over there on TikTok. I posted it on Twitter, Instagram. I think I posted it on Instagram. If I didn't, I need to, but it's definitely on TikTok and Twitter and Facebook. Oh my God, you're amazing. Because Cody is no longer here because of his damn daddy, which is a shame. We talked about Cody also. Cody, I believe, is one of the cases I've done. He was one of my child cases, if I'm not incorrect. I think that was one of the first cases I did as a child, as me working on a kid's case. And I can never forget me saying, "Oh my God, this little boy, he is just so cute." But why would his father put him to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning? Like, that never made sense to me. That never made sense. And I kept thinking about it, but I'm just so happy that she is on it. She built like a little Christmas thing with the teddy bear, like a tree thing. I mean, y'all gotta check it out. And I believe she's doing a visual and the information is there. Please put the information here also, Cody's voice. So when people check out the video later, they could check that out, or whatever information you feel comfortable enough to put. Oh, now I got chills. Oh God. Oh God. And he's so cute. I have reached out to Cody's parents. His mother. Have not reached out. I've only reached out to her once. Just one time. And it was somebody else I reached out in Cody's family. I couldn't find his father. I couldn't find his father's Facebook. I know you sent it, you showed it, and I couldn't find it. If you can, maybe you could send me the link. Because I couldn't find his Facebook. Maybe he probably changed the picture too. But I could not find it. But maybe if you could send me the link, that'd be better. But I sure reached out to Cody's mama. She ain't reach out back. And she not probably gonna reach out back. But it was somebody else I reached out. It could have been Cody's aunt. I think I did. I gotta check. But it was two people, and I definitely know it was Cody's mother. But shout out to We Are Cody Voices, man. She's doing amazing. She's foot on the ground out there. She has a YouTube platform, and we're gonna be doing something here for Cody too. We just gotta get it together because I've been doing other cases. I have not forgot. But I gotta get my tooth pulled this week, so it ain't gonna happen this week, y'all. I'm gonna be like this. But we do gotta do something. I do want to do a little visual on the internet for Cody. I don't got no candles to, but I'm gonna buy some candles this weekend. How about that? It was a relative. It was his mother and somebody else. Or was it the mother and the uncle, or the mother and the father? I think it was the mother and the father. I gotta check in my notebook. Yeah, I got my notebook beside me because I was writing down more cases. Some more girls that are missing. My pen fell, but I pick it up. But I had it right there. Kathy B, a lot going on today. What? No, Kathy. Oh my God. Send me that, Kathy B. If you can, please, mamita. Oh my God. Her old college? Lord. I know. Oh, I hope how's everybody doing? Like, did anybody get hurt? Is everybody okay? Did you text me that? Because I haven't looked at any of my texts today. I've been slacking on looking at texts, y'all. So if y'all texting me, I apologize. Oh, I see my daughter text me. You did send it to me. Oh, you just send it to me now. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to talk about that. That's so sad. What is wrong with people, man? You gonna do the candle out now? Is okay. I was gonna ask you that. I'm gonna keep the everybody in prayer, Kathy B, for sure. I want to look into that. It was his aunt and the mother I reached out to. Okay. Thank you. Because I know I reached out to two people in Cody's family. I know I'm not bugging out. It's so many different cases and so many. I got to start just writing stuff. I mean, I do write stuff down, but I don't write everything down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to. I used to write everything down. Who I reached out to, what parent I'm talking to, you know? What I was gonna say. I'm gonna keep everyone in prayer, Kathy B. That's sad. I don't know what's going on with people these days, man. Cody Voice. I was gonna ask you, yeah, are you gonna do that live? Good, good, because I'm definitely wanna see it. And then we gotta do something on here too. For Cody, yeah, and just for other kids too. You know what I'm saying? Just for other kids too. Cody, Alana. Um, Alana's a case that's dear to my heart. I've got close to her family. Have you? I don't know if you into that case, Cody, Alana Lanier. Very sad. They haven't found the body. Um, I'm thinking otherwise about that, but I'm thinking maybe she was trafficked, but her mother is saying and the cops are saying that it's unalive. It's just really sad. Um, that breaks my heart too, you know. Jelani Day is another one. It's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. Fortunately, Jelani Day, they did find his body, his organs missing. So could be a couple people we could do a online, you know, visual for. I've never did that before on here. This would be my first time. Have you ever done that before, Cody's voice? I know you always foots on the ground, like she goes to the courtroom and stuff like that. I've been trying to look for cases in my area. Remember I told you I'm gonna try to do that, so I have been doing that. I ain't find nothing like close to me, but I am looking into it. You did do that? Aw. That's what and see what I'm saying, Katie, right? They declared her deceased, yet her body hasn't been found. So what really happened with Alana Lanier? Exactly. Right. How could they declare her right? What they say when they declare somebody deceased, it has to be enough evidence. Could have been a lot of blood because I heard it wasn't a lot of blood. But once again, you never know. But yeah, I've never done a candle thing on here. It definitely would be my first time. I definitely want to do it, and I want to start doing it more often. You haven't heard of Alana Lanier? Wow, okay. I'm going to send you that one. Ooh, I hear the hubby. I must be loud because I hear the hubby waking up. I talk loud. Jelani Day. He's another one. His organs were missing. That is a weird. And you know what? Killer's still walking. Now that case it's very. That case tells me, I'm gonna say allegedly, teacher involved, students involved. Let's just put it like that. And Po is involved. We don't know because they haven't found her, or they could base this off of what the doctor said. Yes, that Alani, right. Right. You're welcome, Kathy B. You're welcome. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read it and then I forgot to post it up there. Right. So there's a few. I'm thinking, well, no, because they haven't found Cody's body either. And we're doing a online candlelight. So, okay. Yeah, so we should do one for Alana. No, because I was thinking maybe should we do the ones that they actually found they bought. No, but I'm just thinking out loud, y'all. Yeah, I have never done this before, so this would be something new. So I guess we could put get a couple of names together and then I will definitely want to do that. Yes, you're talking about Jelani, right? That case frustrates the hell out of Katie. I know it does. Me too, girl. Me too. That case is a weird one. Yes. That's a weird one. Yeah, that's definitely a weird one. I gotta get you into that one too, Cody, for the voice. I think once you look into Jelani's thing, you're gonna be like, what in the world? Like, wait a minute, something just ain't like it's gonna throw you. If you it's just yeah. I want you tell me what you think. I want you to check out Jelani. Tell me what you think. Because that case is telling me the cops are involved allegedly, the school is involved allegedly. I'm gonna say the teacher, Kara Booster, her husband, who's in charge of street light cameras and all that stuff, and a few classmates. But that's just my opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. I haven't visited Jelani Day's group in a while. I'm gonna go check that out and see what's going on over there. And that too, Kathy B. Exactly. That too. Especially that. It is a sundown town. I wonder if I have her down on my list. Kalisa. Oh no, I don't have her down on my list. You do. We need to look up. All right, let me write her down. My pen just fell. Oh, here we go. Don't look at my boxes, y'all. They're not the cute ones I got on today. Let me write her name down. Khal. Khaleel Eesi. Do you know Unstarved? He's good too. He's usually foots on. I had him on here. When I do the panel, have him back on here. So it'll be me and Cody Voice. I want me and Unsolved and to be on here. I'm gonna reach out to a few other content creators that does crime also. Oh, she's a little baby? What? Get out of here. Oh my God. Okay, definitely. Okay, let's see. Let me get her last name. Cuth Cutherell. Okay. I'm gonna look it up as soon as I finish this. Wow. Jesus, that's crazy, man. Yeah, Unsolved, he's really amazing too. He has a YouTube channel and a Facebook group as well. I had him on here. We did a little panel. Arctic Fox is amazing. I'm gonna send you the links. Arctic Fox is another one. I know you heard it. Have you heard of Arctic Fox? Oh, he's 24 old deck. Like every 2 seconds, he's putting, not even every 2 seconds, girl. I'm talking about every second, every minute. I don't know what is quicker, a second or a minute, but Arctic Fox is on it. Like he's always putting out missing people. And he got his investigators, and yeah, he does it, man. He's really good. So I want him to join the panel too. Yeah, we're gonna get our stuff together. We're gonna get it together, girl. Yes, I'm excited about this. Cause I could learn from y'all, you know? And Unsolved, he does a lot of unsolved cases from back in the days that people thought that's not solved, basically. That people don't even know about. People haven't even heard of. And he is still trying to work it as we speak. Oh my God. God, he touched my heart. I'm telling you what, these content creators really touch my heart. I'm gonna send you the link to them when I get off. I got you, girl. I'm gonna send you the link. But yeah, he said he definitely would come back on. Just let him know. So we'll get all our schedules together, and then we go all. And I want to reach out to some other ones too. I'm gonna have to email them, or I could DM them. She was only 3. Oh no. Let me write her age down so I know. Okay. Oh my God. Yes, Arctic Fox is great, right? Y'all like when he was on here before. I know y'all said y'all want more panels with content creators. I ain't forget. Also, I have a Patreon that I do. I have stuff like this. Okay, so let me explain my Patreon. My Patreon, before I put stuff out on YouTube, I put it on my Patreon. So let's say I get a case, right? Before I drop it on my YouTube channel, I'm going to give it to the Patreon people first. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to do, I wanted to do the Patreon at $2.99, but Patreon you got to do, I think it's $5.99 and up or $4.99 and up. So I started at $5.99. So my Patreon starts at $5.99 only. And can somebody put that in the links for me? Just in case you want to share it or you want to scoop over there and join my Patreon. You get to join the live when I do my interviews, right? But you come up on a panel with me. So say like I do my interviews with a content creator or a victim's family. Duchess is great. Yes, I like her. I'm going to try to get her too. She's good. I'm going to try to get her too. The last time I tried to get her, she was busy though. So that was a while ago with the last panel I had. I'm going to try to get her again. So let's say, can somebody put the link to that for me? One of my, to my, Patreon. So let's say I do an interview, right? You get to come up here as a Patreon. You get to come up here on the panel and ask the victim's family, talk to them with me, or the content creator also that I'm interviewing, you know. But not only that, we do movie night also. Sometimes we need to let our hair out, right? We do so much crime on here, right? I like to have a little bit of other stuff to give you guys, because like we just did a sad case. Sad case, you know. So I like to give you guys something besides that, because a lot of my girls here is not into the celebrity gossip channel either, but they go over there because it's me and they support me. You know. So what I do is I say, let's do a movie night. So I got Patreon movie night. So y'all pick out the movie, we pick out a day, and we watch it on here and we have a great time. So I got that. And not only that, you guys get to get the exclusive whenever I put out before anybody on YouTube or Facebook gets it. So that's what my Patreon is about, and it's $5.99. The reason I cannot put it on YouTube yet is because I'm not monetized. So when I get monetized, I could put it back over here. Okay? Hi, babe. Good night. I love you. You could give me kisses. Say hi to them.
Hello, Friday. Hi.
I love you. Good night. Thank you for putting that out for me, guys. You see who's trying to get it first? Thank you, Kathy B. Thank you, Katie. So that's what the Patreon is. And I need to work on it a little more. Because now I do celebrity gossip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to add that over there too. But it's just so crazy because I work on so many other these cases and these stories and this and this and that. And not only that, y'all, I got my book that I've been starting writing again. I put it down for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It started getting to me the past. I picked it up again and I started writing. So I'm writing in my book. So I got some things and I'm just pushing myself. But yeah. Oh, he say, hey, Dave. He was sleeping. He ate that big meal that I cooked. And then he woke up. I think I was a little loud. But it's okay. He going back to sleep. But yeah, y'all. Besides that being sad, I enjoyed this live, just kicking it with you guys and talking with you guys. You ladies, I'm sorry, I'm saying guys, you queens, you girls, you ladies are queens. You are queens. And I want to say thank you so much. And I appreciate y'all for just supporting me. I know I don't do everything perfect. I'm not perfect. There's much bigger platforms than me, but I'm trying my best. I really am. The most important thing is getting these stories and getting these cases out, because it ain't about me. It's about putting out these cases and putting out these stories. And even though, you know, these wonderful content creators, they do so many great documentaries. They do a better job than me. I ain't gonna front. They do it good. That's why I be showing y'all, because I'm like, yo, they do good. And I want to make sure y'all get it all. And make sure that they can get some recognition also. So that's why I put their link down below, because they do such a great job. They put these faces out and these stories out because they care too. So I want to show them love as well. And I want to say thank you to the content creators that does that and take their time and dedicate their time to missing cases. You know? Thank you, Kathy B. Thank you so much. And thank you, Cody Voices, for never giving up on Cody and still working so hard. I mean, she was out there putting the tree thing and these little teddy bears, and oh my God, I broke my heart. I was like, wow. I know it made me happy to see her out doing her thing with that, and it broke my heart because of what Cody's father did. Like, how could you? And then, seeing the video of his aunt, I shared that everywhere because I want people to see what his aunt said. Like, I dare you. And I know she know a lot more. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. But we're going to have to do a movie night soon. We're going to have to do Christmas is coming, so we're going to have to do it before Christmas holiday. I get my tooth pulled this Friday, y'all. My wisdom tooth, so I got so much things. I've been following that case with Rhonda Young live from the beginning. Which case? She said, "Oh no, not Rhonda." Ooh, child, I can't. Wait, that shit was funny. Wait, no, I gotta put this one first. I've been following that case with Rhonda. Oh no, not Rhonda. Y'all is too much on here. Y'all is funny. Oops. Wait, what happened? Oh, wait, Katie said. Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. I forgot what I'm not supposed to eat. What can I eat that day? I was gonna cancel. It's this Friday, right? I was gonna cancel it because Dave can't take me because he gotta work. But I said, you know what? I'm not gonna cancel it. I'm gonna take the cab. I'm gonna pay for the cab. They gave me cab money. I'm gonna pay for the cab because it's just right there. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm a big girl. I could go without daddy. You know what I'm saying? I can go without daddy. I'm a big girl. I could go without him holding my hand. They're gonna have to knock me out though. Yeah, they're gonna have to knock me out. I don't play because I don't take no pain medicine or nothing like that. I'm gonna take Tylenol when I get home and a quarter to rat, and that's it. Aw, thank you for all you do. Yeah, it's starting to bother my other mouth. It's starting to bother. I mean, not my other mouth. Like I got two mouths. It's starting to bother me. So that's why I said I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, get it done before it affects your other teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. Because I was gonna cancel and say I'm gonna wait for daddy to take me next week. He was like, babe, just cancel it and I'll take you. I was this close to canceling it today, and I just made the appointment the other day. And I supposed to been make the appointment weeks ago, months ago. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, months ago. But I made it. I'm gonna go, and that's a wrap. I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I'm a big girl. I don't need to sit on Santa Claus' lap. Oh, okay. She said, I know her personality. Yes, they oh, thank you. I'm gonna feel better. Yeah. We are Cody something else. They usually, yeah, they're gonna have to knock me out. Now, the last time I got one out. I got one wisdom tooth out. They knocked me out. I said, girl, knock me out heavy. I don't want to feel nothing. She was quick, and that was a wrap. That was that. I can't even remember what happened after the wisdom thing. I can't remember what I ate, what I didn't eat. I don't even remember, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna tell her, Miss, you're gonna have to knock me out, and that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you was awake? No, girl, I can't. They gonna have to zoom, zoom, zoom. Boop, 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 boop. Put me out. I was talking to her 1 minute and knocked out the next. I can't be awake for that, girl. But don't be subscribing me with nothing. My daughter. Don't be subscribing me with no painkillers and none of that. Nope. I'll take 2 Tylenols when I get home and I'll be okay. They said you can't drink or eat 6 hours before. So I can't have no coffee or nothing. But let me end this live because we're talking about toothaches and all that, and then I gotta share it. People gonna be like, what? What happened? Wait, I thought this was crying. What's she doing? We're gonna have to do a Facebook group or something like that when we do this. Because I be putting this on other groups. You know what I mean? So I be forgetting. So I gotta share this. But I want everybody to have a blessed night. I love y'all so much, and thank you for joining Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama. We done went into a whole nother conversation, y'all. I'm so sorry for those that's gonna be watching the replay, but just know that's what happens on Brooklyn Squad. Real life crimes, real life drama. Sometimes we might go to the other conversations because the crime be so hectic and be so sad over here. We have to get our minds off of it before we end this live and just try to put our spirit in another direction. So for those of you that are going to watch the replay and you're wondering why we're talking about other stuff, that's why. Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a blessed, safe night. Until then, I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye, y'all. Peace. And you agree, right, Kathy? It'd be so sad. You got to take your mind somewhere because that was a sad case. It was a sad case. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good night, guys.